time to highlight a great teacher who's on the other side. And thank you for the hearts, always looking and enjoying your reactions to the show. This is Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, home to the Asian Oprah, AM 1050, FM 106.5, streaming everywhere, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and my YouTube TV channel, where if you subscribe, there's different levels. You can connect with me, support the show, as well as free subscribe for access to all past 1,140 some shows, as well as my red carpet playlist with interviews with Halle Berry, John Travolta, and more. All right, without further ado, here is Bob Proctor and Michael Bernard Beckwith.
The whole belief system and do what we can on the other end. So let's talk about the other end. Being the best that we can be, seeing prosperity not as money is the root of all evil, which is what I understand your message has been around, Bob, for 50 some years, that it is okay to be prosperous, rich, abundant. And that kind of flies against some of the belief systems or the BS around spirituality, or, you know, we shouldn't talk so much about money. So let's hit that one.
Well, I think the problem with money is a problem, same with a lot of things. The real problem is ignorance. Money is is not a problem. The lack of it's a problem. With some people, too much of it's a problem. But money's merely an instrument, and it's only used for two things. One is to make you comfortable, and the more comfortable you are, the more creative you can become. And the second is to extend the good you do far beyond your own presence. I have found that money will just make you more of what you already are. If you're not a nice person, you'll probably become despicable if you get enough of it. And if you are a nice person, you're going to become a nicer person because you're going to be able to do more good. So I see money as an instrument, and I think people don't understand money. Money is a reward received for service rendered, and it's an instrument that will enable you to extend the service you render far beyond your own presence. I'm all for earning all the money you can, and then put it to work. I've been living in the same house for over 30 years. I have no desire to get a bigger, a better house. I like it here. I'm comfortable here. I'm into supporting Cynthia Kersey in her endeavors of building schools in Africa. And we now build a school every week and a half. I want to get to the point where we can build one every day. And without money, we wouldn't be able to do that. So I see money as a great instrument, and that's all it is. It enables you to extend the good you do beyond your own presence. It doesn't make you a better person. It makes you more of what you already are.
Beautiful. Michael? Reverend Michael?
Well, absolutely. You know, Bob and I have been in this conversation for years, and Bob, its articulation of the prosperity principles are second to none on the planet. And I would agree with him that money is a promissory note, is a promise that energy is going to be circulated. So whenever there's an exchange of money, you're exchanging energy. You're saying in substance, if I go buy a loaf of bread, that means I'm giving energy to the individual that's selling me the bread, that he can take that energy and send his kids to school. They can go on to college. I mean, money is to be circulated, and we have to stop and understand that there's no lack of prosperity or abundance or opulence anywhere in the universe. That's a myth. It's a lie. It's a lie of scarcity. And so when one begins to understand that they're standing in the middle of a sea of abundance and infinite opportunities, infinite possibilities, and begin to think creatively, then money follows, or energy follows, opportunity follows. So money isn't the root of all evil. When years ago, when religious folks began to take vows of poverty, it wasn't about being poor. It was about not allowing money to be your God, so that service would be your God. I mean, Mother Teresa, as an example, took a vow of poverty, but she raised millions of dollars to do the work she needed to do to feed the poor and to feed those and to take care of those who were sick and impoverished. She needed money to do so. So though money wasn't her God in terms of, as Bob was saying, buy her bigger mansions and 20 cars and being materialistic, she still had the consciousness of raising a lot of money to do the work she needed to do.
Yeah. Would you say your two most important influential mentors were in getting you to where you are today? And Michael, that'll come to you as well in the next question.
Well, actually, there's more than two. There's three or four.
Okay.
Ray Stanford is the first one. He is a man that I came across in 1961, and he gave me this book. The book has fallen apart now, but I've been reading this book every day now for, in another 10 days, it'll be 55 years. From October the 21st, 1961, Think and Grow Rich. And then I got into, just packing this up to take with me on the road. This is a recording that Earl Nightingale made. That's a record. On one side, it says Strangest Secret. On the other side, it says To Pay the Price. And I started to listen to this record. I should show you this because this is a bit of an antique as well.
See, aren't you
I've
glad I
got
made
here-
you do Skype so we had show and tell?
Yeah, here.
And I'm glad
This is the second.
kids know what vinyl is now too.
Can you see
otherwise-
this?
Oh, wow. Is it the portable player?
Portable record player.
Wow, that's so cool.
Not long ago, Albert Schweitzer, the great doctor and Nobel Prize winner, was being interviewed in London, and a reporter asked him, "Doctor, what's wrong with men today?" The great doctor was silent a moment, and then he said, "Men simply don't think."
And that is a problem. But I got into Think and Grow Rich, and then I got Earl Nightingale's condensed narration of Think and Grow Rich, which led me to that recording, The Strangest Secret. So those two men had a phenomenal impact on my life. And my life changed like night and day, and I couldn't figure out what I had done. I was living in England. I started cleaning offices to earn some extra money. And within a year of reading this and sitting down with Ray, my income had gone from $4,000 to $175,000. I remember when he gave me this book, he said, "If you'll do exactly what I tell you, you can have anything you seriously want." Well, I didn't believe that. I was broke. I was unhappy. No formal education. And I just didn't believe it. But I believed he believed it. And I think that did something to me. And so I started to do exactly what he said. I was living in England. I had open offices in about 7 different cities in Canada and the United States. And I was living over in England, and I had earned over $1 million, and I couldn't figure out what happened. I didn't think I was lucky. I didn't believe in luck. I had been raised to believe if you're going to do really well, you've got to be really smart. I knew I wasn't that smart. I'd also been raised to believe if you don't go to school, you'll never get a good job. I didn't have a good job. I owned the company. And I had only gone to school for 2 months, high school. And so I wanted to know what happened, and I started to study. I ended up going to work with Earl Nightingale and Lloyd Conant, and I met Leland Val Vanderwall and Dr. Harry Roeder. So there's 4 or 5 of them that really shaped me. And it took me 9.5 years, but when I got the dots to connect, all I wanted to do was teach it. And
did they
I
criticize
think we're
you?
led down the wrong path. I think we have to understand the essence of who we are. And that's what these people started to teach me.
Okay.
We are spiritual beings. We are a soul. We don't have one. And the soul is forever seeking its awareness of its oneness with God. So we're always attempting to expand our level of awareness. And I've never stopped studying, and I never will stop studying. I absolutely love to study this. I love to study who we are. And all I want to do is share it. That is my great motivation. When I wake up in the morning, that's what I want to do. And that's all I want to do. I don't want to do anything else. So I've had 4 or 5 people that really had a profound impact on my life. And they helped me begin to understand who I am. But I think it's a process. I don't think you ever get it all put together.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a process. You keep becoming more and more aware. And the more aware you become, I think the more effective you are, the better you're able to share it.
How much of that was them believing in you, even though you didn't believe in yourself?
Oh, I think that was an enormous part of it.
Okay.
You see, I think what they do is they lead you to start to believing in yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I found there's a couple of things. First of all, everything you study, I don't care, you can get into Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, the Torah, the Bible, all the psychological books, all Hales and Carnegie's, and every place they tell you, you have to believe.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really playing on my mind because I was thinking, how do you believe? You know,
right.
Somebody said, just believe it. Well, how do you believe?
Yeah.
And I was having lunch with one of my mentors, Leland Valvanderwall. He was a brilliant man. And he's gone now, God bless him, but he sure helped me. And he said something, and like everything fell into place. He said, our belief system is based upon our evaluation of something. And frequently, if we reevaluate a situation, our belief about it will change.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of our beliefs we inherited. We didn't originate them ourselves at all. Most of the beliefs that people have are absolutely absurd.
That's why they're called
They have no
BS.
foundation whatsoever. And when he said that, I got him to repeat it because it was like bells going off in my head. I suddenly found out how and why I changed. I had changed my belief system about who I was and what I was capable of doing. And I did that through reevaluation.
I took myself out of there. I almost didn't want to stop all of this. Thank you so much for somebody just gave me the finger or the thumbs up, that finger and hearts. I know. I am so fortunate to have had that interview. Bob Proctor is on the other side, but what a legacy he has left for all of us, and the fundamental truths about self-development, which is why he's called the Dean of Self-Development. And you can get the rest of that interview for free if you resubscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'd like to support it with interviews like that and more, please do go and free subscribe to the different levels as well. And I am giving away 2 tickets to Al Stewart. Al Stewart, he is performing at the Saban April 21st, the first person to go to drmarissa.life and fill in the email there. I will give you a pair of those tickets, and I'm sure you remember Time Passages and also the Year of the Cat. That's what he's known for. So that's your Asian Oprah giveaway for the day. And we are running towards the end of the show. I hope you really enjoyed both the interview with Bill Banta, who worked with Bob Proctor for 15 years, and then the master himself, and then my big brother. That interview was amazing. Sorry, I had to cut him off short because I wanted to spotlight Bob Proctor, but you can get that whole interview anytime at your leisure. Okay, that's it. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Please tune in for Doctors in the House. And we're talking about can you handle the truth? That's our topic for tomorrow with Doctors in the House and Dr. Tiffany Tate and Dr. Marissa. Keep it here for all the balancing out the bad news with good news. This is Dr. Marissa reporting live from my living room on Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa. It's all about balance. Peace in, peace out. World peace through inner peace. Now go and have the best day ever. We'll see you tomorrow.
NBC News on KCAA Loma Linda is sponsored by Teamsters Local 1932, protecting the future of working families. Teamsters1932.org.
Don't you love an extra $100 in your pocket? Have a TurboTax expert file your taxes for you by March 31st to get $100 back instantly. Because no matter what moves you made last year, TurboTax makes them count. That means getting $100 back and 100% accurate taxes, only from Intuit TurboTax. Must file by 3/31. Credit only applicable to federal filing fees with TurboTax full service. Offer can be modified or terminated at any time.
Apple CEO Tim Cook is visiting Vietnam. The Southeast Asian country is a key part in Apple's effort to reduce reliance on China for manufacturing. Cook is also interested in boosting iPhone sales in that country. Apple's iPhone no longer the top smartphone in the world. Samsung now holds more than 20% of the market share compared to Apple's 17%. According to data research firm IDC, iPhone shipments fell 10% in the first quarter. Google is removing searchable links to California news websites. It's part of the search giant's response to pending legislation in that state. The bill would require the company to pay a fee to connect California users to news sources. And Tesla is planning to lay off more than 10% of its global workforce. In a memo to employees, CEO Elon Musk cited the need for cost reductions and increased productivity. According to CNBC, Musk called it a difficult decision as the company prepares for its next phase of growth. Tesla has about 140,000 employees worldwide. Tech Report, Mark Mayfield, NBC News Radio.
NBC News Radio, I'm Lisa Taylor. Former President Trump is in a New York City courtroom for day 2 of jury selection in his hush money criminal trial. No jurors were selected yesterday, and it is expected to take a while to get a jury team together. When entering the court, Trump said experts are calling the trial a disgrace, and it should have been thrown out a long time ago. The former president is accused of falsifying business records in order to cover up alleged payments made to an adult film star just prior to the 2016 election. A Supreme Court case could squash felony charges against January 6th rioters and former President Trump. The justices are hearing an appeal today brought by a former police officer who is seeking to dismiss a charge accusing him of trying to overturn the 2020 election. The officer argues the obstruction law only applies to document shredding. The High Court's decision could impact 330 of the alleged rioters and the election interference prosecution of Trump, who faces charges of violating the same law. Lisa Taylor, NBC News Radio.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the March Spring Sale, March 15th through the 25th, and get 35% off paints and stains with prices starting at $28.92. That means 35% off our most popular color family, blue. Psychologists have found it to be soothing and relaxing, which makes it especially great for bedrooms and bathrooms. And of course, get 35% off all of our other colors. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only, some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
Life is challenging and ever-changing. Take control with passive income through real estate investing. Learn how. Learn now. Let Dell Walmsley and Lifestyles Unlimited's investors and mentors show you. Meet Dell's team live in Anaheim 2 days only at the Sheraton Park Hotel at Anaheim Resort. Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th. Register now at GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. That's GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. Enter promo code 2024 for a special discount offer. GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. Code 2024.
Indy's Demolition in Huntington Park encourages listeners to shop small business and buy local. Buying from small businesses improves the health of our local economy and our nation. Jobs are created, homes enjoy stability, and local businesses support one another. So, before visiting the mega chains and internet super warehouses, think local and invest in your hometown. That important community reminder is from Indy's Demolition. Call 323-835-6710 for Indy's Demolition in Huntington Park.
KCAA.
This segment is sponsored by Baja Tires of Yucaipa. Are you in need of some new tires? Maybe even a new set of rims? Or are you looking for that tire pleaser? Baja Tires, right here in Yucaipa, 35026 Yucaipa Boulevard, just past 1st Street on the left side, next to Brew Kaipa and behind Cannabis Cafe. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and ready to please you and get you back on the road with a brand new set of tires and rims. 909-797-6767. That's Baja Tires, ready to roll today.
It's that time of year again. No, not the holidays. Medicare open enrollment. And if you have questions about Medicare, you should talk to the local experts. Paul Barrich and Associates. Paul and his agents are certified with plans that are accepted by most of the medical groups in our area. Call 909-793-0385. Their service is free, and after 42 years in the business, their agents are trained to help you pick the plan that's right for you.
KCAA.
You're listening to the Tahibo Tea Club radio show, hosted by Milan Vukovic, founder of the Tahibo Tea Club.
Welcome to the Tahibo Tea Club radio hour. My name is Milan Vukovic. I'm the founder of the Tahibo Tea Club. The Tahibo tree is an amazing tree. It never gets sick, never gets infected, and never gets infested. As a result, the highest potency Tahibo comes from the inner bark of the tree, where the arterial and vein systems called the xylem and the phloem in a tree reside, which bring nutrients to the rest of the tree. That's why we only harvest mature trees over 40 years old in the rainforests of Brazil. The harvest method we use is to semi-strip the outer bark to get to the inner bark without cutting down the tree and allowing it to heal itself. So we can harvest the same tree again in 6 months. It's also the only tree in the world that fungus doesn't grow on. So as a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. These benefits go a long way to helping our immune system contend with a lot of things it normally has to contend with on a daily basis. Parasites would be something like stomach problems. Inflammation would be something like rheumatoid arthritis. Infection would be any infection from a tooth infection to a bladder infection. Viral would be any virus from herpes to HIV to coronavirus. Bacteria would be something like gum disease or stomach bacteria. And fungus would be something like toenail fungus, yeast, or candida. But maybe more importantly, what the tea does is build the red corpuscles in the blood, which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. Our immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer happens to die in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps regenerate new cells. Everything from the cells in our skin so we look better, to the cells in our organs so they function properly, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to infection, diabetes, or cancer. Some of the topics we'll discuss on our radio show is Tahibo tea versus AIDS, anemia, arthritis, asthma, bronchitis, other types of cancers, candida, colitis, diabetes, diverticulitis, eczema, fungus, gastritis, gonorrhea, gout, HIV, impotence, infections, leukemia, lupus, prostatitis, pyorrhea, rheumatism, ringworm, ulcers, viruses, and yeast infections. One time a customer called and says, "Man, it sounds like your tea helps with everything." Well, it does help with a lot of things, but not with everything. For example, the tea doesn't do anything for the bones. For the bones, you need calcium. So there's a lot of things that our tea helps with, but not exactly everything. But what the best thing about the tea is that it helps the body to heal itself, to be doing what it was supposed to be doing in the first place. So the tea is great for healthy people, and it can truly be miraculous for somebody fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to infection, diabetes, or cancer.
Tahibo Tea Club's original Pure Pau de Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TahiboTeaClub.com. Tahibo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TahiboTeaClub.com, or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088.